Cars aren't normally our beat here at IGN Tech. After all, we're not Motor Trend or Road and Track. But as technology entrenches itself deeper and deeper into the vehicles we drive, there comes a tipping point. What if the car in question is itself a gadget? Such is the case with the Tesla Model S. Basically a computer on wheels that happens to be the highest tech gadget to ever hit the streets. But I'm not here to compare it to other cars. So when Tesla was kind enough to loan me a Model S for 1 week, I set out to answer one question. If you put one in your garage, is it the best piece of technology in your life? If you've seen IGN's other Model S videos, you know that my test car was damn near top of the line. A $101,820 P85. The performance edition of the car equipped with Tesla's biggest battery, an 85 kilowatt-hour monster good for 265 EPA-rated miles. It had an air suspension that I could raise when pulling into my garage, and that would automatically lower at 55 miles an hour in order to maximize aerodynamics and thus efficiency. The tech package adds turn-by-turn nav functionality along with a power rear liftgate, xenon headlights, and some other goodies. It even had rear-facing fold-down child seats in the cavernous rear cargo area, though I never used them. Side note, it also has a frunk where the engine would go in a gas-powered car, but there's so much storage capacity already here that I never needed it. Anyway, the fun starts when the door handles, normally flush with the body in order to maximize aerodynamics once again, automatically present themselves to you when you approach the car. There hasn't been anything that cool about getting in a car since Mercedes resurrected the long-dormant gull-wing door on its AMG SLS. Inside, the minimalist interior might initially puzzle or annoy you, but that's only because you've been conditioned to a lifetime of the same old thing. Where there's supposed to be a center console is instead nothing. Just a storage space you can put your phone or a lady's purse into. The back seats are extra roomy as well, given that there's a total lack of transmission. The Model S has only forward or reverse and no actual gears, meaning that there's no hump in the floor, so someone sitting in the middle seat is suddenly much more comfortable. I found the open design of the interior to be extremely refreshing and welcome. Plus, there's a small cubby just below the massive 17-inch touchscreen console that proved to be perfect for my sunglasses and toll transponder. Just as cool, there's no ignition to get between you and your destination. When you hop in the driver's seat with the Model S-shaped key fob in your pocket, Model S senses the fob nearby as well as your butt in the seat, so all you have to do is press the brake and the car turns on. Then just put it in drive and you're off. When you've arrived, just put it in park, get out, and walk away. The car senses that the fob is gone and automatically shuts down and locks itself. Brilliant. On the road is where things really got fun. An electric car means an AC motor, which means no gas or emissions or waiting. You get 100% of the P85's 443 pound-feet of torque at 0 miles per hour, which means you are gone in an instant, and you hit 60 miles an hour in about 4.2 seconds. The feeling of your guts getting pinned into the seat by that smooth acceleration curve is not unlike riding on a high-speed roller coaster, except you get to control the part where you go whee! In fact, I've learned that Tesla owners have coined a term called the Tesla grin, used to describe the unavoidable smile passengers get when you rocket them off the line. Ask any of the other IGN editors I hit the road with, and they can attest to the validity of this phenomenon. The high-tech fun continues, though. You can leave the HD backup camera on all the time, which I did since it really helps minimize blind spots when changing lanes. The panoramic glass roof has one of the largest openings of any car in the world, and a 3G cellular data connection means Slacker radio anywhere you go and a full-on web browser for your passengers to play with while you're out and about. Meanwhile, the car is, as you'd expect from a pure electric, dead silent. I wouldn't challenge anyone's love for a throaty V8 exhaust note, but for me, the subtle lethality of the Model S is the new hotness. It's a silent killer, a ninja. If you get caught in a speed trap but the police officer happens to be looking down at his computer at the moment you rocket by, and believe me, it's almost scary how smooth and easy 90 miles an hour comes in this car, you've got a great shot to escape without him ever knowing you were there. Unlike other cars, Model S actually gets better over time because Tesla continues to add features via firmware updates it pushes out over the air. My test car had version 4.3, and so on my first day of testing, Tesla sent 4.5 my way. An on-screen prompt allowed me to accept it now or overnight, I chose the latter, so that when I woke up and came down to the car the next morning, I suddenly found that, among other goodies and, so to speak, under-the-hood fixes, my Model S could now guide me to Tesla supercharging stations at the push of a button, and also remember public charging stations I'd already visited, adding them to the navigation system. Of course, no car is perfect, not even this game-changer. For all the technology it packs, it strangely lacks parking sensors and auto-folding mirrors. And for all its cutting-edge tech, it seems odd that the Model S has 3G connectivity and not 4G LTE hardware. And as great as its turn-it-on-anytime backup camera is, it lacks the guiding line graphic overlay for backing up that lots of modern cars have. But those are nitpicks. In the end, the best thing I can say about Model S is that I very quickly took it for granted. That is, it's bleeding edge without any caveats getting in the way. You know, stuff like, it's amazing, but it can only go 50 miles. Nope, try 250. The more I drove it, the more I just accepted its advances as daily norms. The HD backup camera I left on all the time, the persistent internet connectivity, the effortless ability to blow any other car away on merge into traffic when necessary, and starting each day with a quote-unquote full tank, remembering that the Model S's gallons cost pennies compared to gasoline. Tesla is even going to great lengths to make the car as road trip friendly as possible, rolling out a network of the aforementioned superchargers across the country that can not only put 150 miles of range back into the Model S battery in 20 minutes, but do so for free for the entire life of the car. Honestly, it wasn't until I got back in my own gas-powered car at the end of the week that the brilliance of the Model S really sunk in. What? There's a key and an ignition and a clutch? I can't just get in and go and then get out and walk away when I'm done? And I have to go to the sketchy gas station in the middle of the night where the premium fuel my car requires costs $4.50 a gallon? It was then that it became clear to me. Outside of your indispensable smartphone, the Model S is the best piece of technology you could possibly have in your daily life, if you can afford its $63,570 base price. And I say that knowing, frighteningly, that this is only a 1.0 version. Remember the original iPhone? People called it the Jesus phone and happily paid its $600 asking price. Today we pay half that for the latest Apple phone, and you'd probably laugh out loud if you picked up a first-generation iPhone again. If Tesla makes similar advances in both technology and price reduction, and they've already said they hope to have a mid-size $30,000 sedan out in about 3 to 4 years, then the automotive world is going to be a much better place very soon. Well, for us anyway. Not so much for other automakers. For all the latest and greatest on your favorite tech, you're already in the right place. IGN.